The Traptrix structure deck has hit the OCG, and we have a couple of interesting lists starting to come out of here, along with some other goodies for today. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So we have two Traptrix lists to start things off here. First one doesn't have a side deck. This is going to be kind of more of a conventional build that you'll see. But you'll kind of start to see some of the ideas that the OCG is kind of drafting together for this deck. Especially with the form of, triple tactics tasking here. And, Orchid just kind of being like a one-of in the deck. Because this card doesn't really facilitate much advantage. While it is a very good card for getting the extensions up and running, it's best to not bulk down too much with the dead weight per se here. So we have triple copies of Ash, Blossom, and Joy Spring, your 2 copies of Effect Veiler, 2 copies of Ghost Mourner, Moonlit Chill, triple Maximus Outputtus, you got triple copies of the Arachnocompa, you got 1 Diana, triple copies of Good Old Mantis, and then we have triple Myramelium, and then we have triple copies of the Boudica, and then we have 1 copy of Vesquillo, only 2 copies of Pot of Prosperity because the OCG is a wild place and this is limited. We have 1 Traptrix Orchard, 2 copies of Tasking with 1 Talents. I think this ratio will definitely... I think the DCG will try something similar to this once we get this. Now, traps are very interesting. We have 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, 1 Break-Off Trap Hole. We have 1 Delusion Trap Hole, 1 Evenly Matched, 1 Floodgate Trap Hole. Then we have triple Imperm. We have 2 copies of the Holtia. Interesting. And in the next deck, we have 2 copies of Sarah, 1 copy of the Cularia, 1 Adipolis, and then we have 1 Rafflesia, 1 the Pincula, and then we have 1 copy of Almoraris, 1 Overlord Dragon Overload, and we have 1 Utopia the Lightning, 1 Utopic Future with 1 Utopic Draco, and then we have 1 Utopia. Then we have Zeus, Dark Rebellion, and 1 copy of Abyss Stroller here, wrapping up your first Traptrix list. Now this one's going to look a little bit better to a lot of you. We're playing the Fenrir package in here. So basically, Fenrir is such a busted card, man. Like, multiple players are going to continue to try to find ways to, abuse this. And of course here, we are playing Necro Valley and the 1 Orchard. Good news. You can go ahead and beam on out, either of these field spells if you happen to see your metaverse, depending on your matchup. It just increases your odds at the end of the day for less brickability, per se. So we have triple copies of Ash, Blossom, and Joy Spring, triple copies of Fenrir, we have triple copies of Maxi, and then we have triple copies of the Arachnocompa, 1 copy of Diana, triple copies of Mantis Friend with triple copies of Myramelia, and then we have triple copies of Boudica and 1 copy of Vesquillo. So you kind of notice most of your monster lineups kind of remain the same. I mean, you can obviously tell where your new power monsters lie. We have 1 Necro Valley, 1 copy of Parias, 1 copy of Terraforming with 1 copy of Orchard, 2 copies of Talents with 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, 1 copy of the Delusion Trap Hole, 1 Floodgate, 1 copy of... I still think this is the best one of choice. We have triple Infinite Permanence, we have 1 Metaverse, 1 Shade Brigade, and then we have 2 copies of Holtia here. Then in the next deck we have 2 Sarah, 1 copy of Cularia, we have 1 copy of the Adipus, and then we have 1 Unicorn, 1 Phoenix with 1 copy of good old Asa here, 1 Axis Machine, 1 Rafflesia with 1 Pingula, we have Rebellion Overlord, Malevolent Sins, good old Zeus, Dark Rebellion, and Abyss Dweller. So our deck, you got 2 Shifters, 1 Space Rock, triple copies of Book of Eclipse, 1 Arby Slither, 1 Lightning Storm, 1 Dimensional Barrier, 2 Evenly, triple copies of Solemn Judgment, and then we have 1 Weight Measuring here, wrapping up your 2 interesting Traptrix lists to kind of start things off here. Now next up, I've seen all sorts of little tournaments and stuff that come out of the OCG. I think one of the funner ones I get the chance to see is I think it's like the Only This tournament or something that's done, and it's always kind of interesting to see like the ideas and things that get brought to that particular tournament. So this time, we have Herald of Perfection here. No Drytron stuff in this list, so kind of gonna be a little bit of a wind back here, compared to some of the other more interesting things that we've seen as of late develop here. Man, actually doing Cyber Angel shenanigans, a lot of Cyber Angel shenanigans in here. So we have 1 copy of Archlord Christia with the 1 Cyber Egg. We have 2 copies of Cyber Petite Angel with triple copies of Diviner of the Herald. We have 1 Ava with 1 Herald of Orange Light, triple copies of Manju with 1 copy of Terais Rockery. And then we have triple copies of Ben 10, one Dakini with 2 copies of Ida-10. We have 1 copy of Izana, and then we have 1 copy of Rash. Then we have 2 copies of good old Herald of Perfection, 2 copies of Dawn of the Herald, 1 Arby's Feather Duster with your 1 Machine Angel Absolute Ritual, and then we have triple basic Machine Angel Ritual. Then we have 1 Merciful, triple copies of Prep, or Pre-Prep, triple Prep, and then we have triple copies of the Ritual Sanctuary. Wrapping up your main deck. Then in the extra deck, you got 1 Almirage, 1 Link Karibo with 1 Herald of Mirage Light. Then we got 1 Dynamod. Okay. We have 1 Utopia Beyond with 1 Zeus, 1 Ptolemy, and 1 Castel. We have 1 Omega, triple Herald, 1 Coral Dragon, 1 Baron de Fleur. We have 1 Anitis. Then we have 2 copies of Honest, 1 Drago Lich. Then we have 1 Natasha, 1 Magnificent Machine Angel, 2 Swords of Concealing, 2 Dimensional Barrier, 2 Shadow Imprisoning, 2 Time Space, and 2 copies of Typhoon here, wrapping up your Cyber Angel Herald list. Oh boy. Whew, we have Photons here. Now, full disclaimer, you don't really get the chance to see a lot of Photon / Galaxy stuff doing well. The support, I mean, was good on paper, but it feels like it fell short a little bit in terms of overall competitive play, but I think it is still interesting to see what competitive builds players will come up with, you know, in terms of their playtesting, you know, what ideas have kind of been sticking the best. So we have 1 copy Chaos Dragon Lavinier, we have 1 Electromagnetic Turtle, we have 1 Galaxy Brave with 1 Galaxy Knight, we have triple copies of Galaxy Soldier with 1 Galaxy Summoner, we have 2 copies of Galaxy Wizard with 2 Afterglow, triple copies of Galaxy Photon Dragon, 1 copy of Honest, we have 2 copies of Photon Emperor, 2 copies of Orbital with 1 Thrasher, and we have triple Vanisher, 1 Dragon King's Myth, triple copies of Galaxy Expedition, 1 Galaxy 100, 2 copies of Trance, and then we have 1 Galaxy Zero, 1 Monster Reborn, 2 Photon Sanctuary, 1 The Melody, triple Draw Power, and then 1 copy of Solemn Judgment. Then we have 2 Soul Flare Dragons, 1 Photon Blast Dragon, 1 Galaxion. Then we have 1 copy of number 62, 1 copy of number 90, 1 copy of number 62 Upgrade Edition. And then we have, let's see here, Tachyon Full Armor, copy of Cypher X, and then basic Cypher Dragon with Cypher Blade. And then we have 1 copy of the Galaxy Photon Dragon, 1 Cyber Dragon Nova, and 1 Infinity here, wrapping up your Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon sauce. Next up here is Spriggans. Now, I actually quite enjoy watching Spriggans do interesting things out here, because Tally-Ho Spriggans, just such an amazing card, man. Like, hello Soul Charge, my old friend. And then, of course, you have Captain Gigantic Champion Sargass here, which just gives you so many cool, interesting methods to kind of, you know, speed up, you know, the deck as a whole. I know a lot of people call me crazy when I say this, but this might actually be one of the most interesting rogue contenders that we've had in a while. So we have triple copies of Ash, Blossom, and Joy Spring, 1 Effect Veil, 1 Fallen of Albaz. We have 1 copy of Ghost Bell, triple copies of Maxi with 2 copies of Branga. We have 2 copies of Spriggan's Brothers with 1 Captain Sargass, 2 Kit with 1 Pedor, 2 Rocky, and then we have 1 copy of the Serpent of Gondola, 1 Brandon High Spirits, 2 Called by the Grave, 1 Foolish Bro with 1 Droplet, 2 Gold Gondola, and we have 1 Super Smashers. We have 2 Spriggan's Booty with triple copies of Watch, triple copies of Tally-Ho. We have 2 Imperm, 1 Spriggan's Blast, and 1 Intruder. Then we have 1 Almirage, 1 Phoenix with 1 Gravity Controller, 2 Explorer with 2 Merrymaker, 2 Captain Sargass, 1 copy of Vespinato, 1 Zeus, 1 Dingery Suit, 2 Iron Dash, and then we have 1 copy of Lindworm here, wrapping up your main deck. And last as we have here, very quickly, is some big core shenanigans. Skill Drain dot deck at its finest for control. I love Big Boss Rush. So we have 2 Ash with triple Big Core MK2, triple MK3 with triple Blaster Cannon Core, 1 Pinkertops, triple Maxi. We got triple BEF Zolos, 1 Boss Rush, 2 copies of Chicken Game, 2 Limit Removal with 1 Pot of Desires, 1 Pot of Extrav, 1 Reasoning with triple Scapegoat, 1 Set Rotation, 1 Terraforming, triple Imperm, 1 Metaverse, triple Skill Drain, and 2 Solemn Judgment. Then you got 1 Bomber Dragon, 1 copy of Security Dragon, 1 Saruja, 1 Proxy Dragon with 1 Ningritsu, 1 Mrs. Radiant, 1 Link Karibo, 1 Link Spider, 1 Phoenix, 1 Cerberus with 1 Boral Sword, 1 Boral Load, 1 Teardrop, 1 copy of Inner Blafnir, and 1 Chimera Tech Mega Fleet, wrapping up your chunk of OCG deck profile. So, What do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. See your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.